Hello, this is part 2 of my video series, Why South Korea is Worse Than America. First thing I want to talk about, child abuse. Blatant, apparent child abuse. Children get beaten up by their parents all the time. I have some kids, they tell me teacher, I can't get any wrong. Every answer I get wrong on this test, my parents will hit me that many times. And, at first I was rather shocked, because as a public teacher in America, if you hear something like this, you're, obligated to go to the authorities. But here in South Korea, can't go to the authorities. Parents just beat the crap out of their kids. It's just a normal thing. And, I find it quite shocking. One of my girls is really, really smart, and she said every time she got an answer wrong, she would go home, her mother would get a bamboo stick, and just smack her in the ass with it. And, she just has giant, painful marks on her bottom. And I don't know what to say about that. I've just learned to accept it. It's the culture here. Western culture, much better in that regard. Next thing. In public shopping areas, you'll see big posters of people, wearing, designer clothes and stuff. And it's pretty strange how I would say 80% of those posters are white people, not Asian people. So you go to the mall and there's, all these advertisements of white people looking good, dressed up, being models, and then all around you are Asian people. You're just like, I wonder who they want to look like. And so it's rather strange. I mean, some stores, they do have the Asian models, they have the celebrities, the K-pop stars, but for the most part it's white people. And I think that's kind of strange. I mean, if in America we have models of all races and colors and sizes, but here in Korea they like it white. Next thing, they have these super loud, crazy public protests. If you ever go to the Seoul train station, I don't know, 9 out of 10 times I've been there, there's been a giant protest outside. And, it's just a bunch of Korean guys or late girls who are just protesting something about their company, Rah, rah, we want higher wages. And they do, all these, organized, sitting and standing up, and they have, loud music that they play, and it gets annoying after a while. I mean, I live right next to the city hall here in Daejeon, and sometimes these people wake me up, and I'm just like, oh, God, it's so annoying. And, in America we have loud protests too, but at least we don't do them in residential places, or, we don't, block pedestrian traffic into the busiest train station in the country. So I really wish they could be more reasonable about it, because most people are just pissed off. We don't care about your cause, we just want you to be quiet. Okay. One more thing I'll talk about. Old people work until they die in this country. I've seen old farm ladies who still live on the farm come into town. They have the food they grow themselves on their back. They're 100 years old. They're 3 feet tall. And they have 2 teeth, and they're trying to sell their food. And I think it's hardcore. It breaks my heart. I'm like, you are so old. You've been working your whole life. You should be in a rest home. You should not be walking through town trying to sell some tomatoes. But yeah, I guess, in Korea, if you're an old person and you don't really have any family to take care of you, you've got to just keep working. In America, that would be unacceptable. People would see, really, really old people and be like, hey, let's find some way to congratulate you for, your 80 years of service with society. But, in Korea, keep working. So, yep, this is part 2. More parts to come. Peace out.